You earned a bachelor's degree in early childhood education.
Mm-hmm.
You worked as a preschool teacher?
Yeah, so I finished early childhood education and I was a preschool teacher for 2 years. And then I went back to school because I didn't earn anything. Like, the salary was so low and I was like...
As a preschool teacher?
Yeah.
Did you not think of that beforehand, though?
No, but I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Like, at what point in your life did you have that passion where you're like, I want to be with kids, I want to, like, help kids learn?
I have a nephew who's old now, he's 21. But when I was in high school, he lived with us, and I just loved being around him. And when I was choosing a course, I asked my mom what she thought I would fit in. You know, it's a big, question to go into a course when you're 16, 17. You're like, what am I going to take up my whole life?
I don't think anyone is ready to make that decision
right?
at 16 years old, what they want to do for the rest of their life.
And I just wanted to do something that was easy and something that I enjoyed. Like, I can't think of putting up a business at that time or studying economics. I was like, I'm going to take up early childhood education because I love being with kids and I love kind of teaching. So I did that. Then I went back to school because I thought I wanted to be a doctor. So I took up human biology for 2 years. And that didn't go so well because it was just like not me. I would ask my friends, like, what are you guys doing this weekend? They're like, we're just going to study anatomy. I'm like, okay, I'm going to Fiamma tonight. I didn't enter med school. I went into showbiz at 23.
It's good you figure that out not when after being like in school for 3 or 4 years, because to become a doctor, you're going to be in school forever, right?
Yeah. Well, I did the NMAT and everything. And I think what school or what university teaches you is what you don't want to be.
100%. And that's how you should live your life to find your passion, is continue to do things to find out what you don't like to get you one step closer to what it is you do like.
Yeah. And I'm still discovering and I'm still constantly figuring out.
Same here. I'm finding new hobbies and passions every single month.
What's your hobby?
My newest one is free diving. I'm obsessed.
I saw your post. Oh my God.
And
it was so scary. Wait, let me see.
I don't know if the coaches or the people around, everyone that was with me was just building me up, but they really make me believe that I'm natural and I'm really good at it for being a beginner. And I want to like pursue it. And that's one of my best forms of meditation. It's being in the ocean, focusing on my breath, just everything's quiet and being present.
That's a meditation in itself.
100%. Yeah, let's go into marriage, something that I know nothing about. How did you meet Adrian?
Adrian and I met at an event in the fort 12 years ago. And I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship with my ex.
Is he an artista? Do we know him?
No, he's not. He is Filipino. He lives here actually. We're still friends.
Cool.
But he lived in New York, and so we were kind of like breaking up, but getting back together, breaking up. It was like a long distance thing. It was really hard. And so finally, when we broke up, I was like, that's it. I don't want to date anyone. I just want to be single and party. Then I met Adrian, and he pursued me, and there were so many things that I didn't want because I found that he was too French. The culture is different. He's not going to get my Pinoy jokes, but he was very persistent, and so I didn't give him a date until after like 3 months of him constantly asking me. The story is actually really funny. So we met, and then he kind of liked me. He added me on Facebook and messaged me and stuff. January, he asked me out. I said no. He asked me if I wanted to play tennis. I said no. February came. And then finally he said, hey, I'm going to play football with some street children. Do you want to go? And I played football in university. I was a part of the varsity growing up. So I was like, I love football and I love kids. Yeah, I'm going to come. The day came, I was feeling really sick. And I said, listen, I can't run around under the heat and play with kids. I feel under the weather. So I canceled on him last minute. This is after rejecting him several times, right? So I stayed home the whole day. And 8 hours later, my friend's like, hey, let's go to California Pizza Kitchen, CPK. Let's grab a bite. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling better. Guess who the first person I see in the mall? It was Adrian. And he was like, huh? You canceled on me. Like, I thought you were sick. And I was like, this isn't what it looks like. I was really sick. I wanted to get food. Like, it was so awful. So after that, I had to go on a date with him.
Damn.
And if you hear the story from him, it's like, I went on a date with him and I brought my friend. I was just like super conservative in that way.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. I would never have, I don't know if it's like the courage or I would never be that persistent with someone.
Yeah.
Courage or like confidence, or even think it's worth my time, because I feel like if someone's not, you know, picking up on me, then it's like they're not into me. So
Yeah.
so it takes a really confident person to be that persistent.
I think so. When I met Adrian's friends a couple years after, they were telling me that girls never say no to him, or not never say no, but he gets away. I mean, like, he's a pretty attractive person, right? So he's not used to people turning him down, I guess. That being said, I don't think, yeah, that's what his friends told me.
I wonder if it's his, you know, people like the French accent and
Maybe.
you know, right? Did that turn you on? If you liked what you saw and you want to listen to the full episode, then download Spotify and follow us at SuperHuman with Will Dasovich. It's completely free, it's linked below and easy to use.